You've put in your hard-earned time. You sat through the first two segments. Now we grant you the third segment. This is all about embarrassment, which everyone loves unless they are the focus of. Returning, we have Brendan Hoffses. Then we have Mike Herbert, first time on the show today. And then we have Pat Amidon. What we're going to do right now is we are going to take a bunch of photos of our friends, of our allies, at their worst, at their absolute worst, the pinnacle of awful. First off, we have a matchup between two lovely ladies. I'm looking at the photos right now. First off, we have Jessica O'Hanley. It seems to be a Christmas photo. She's holding up a little thing. She's doing the Austin Powers little pinky Dr. Evil thing. What does it say on that? Shall I read it out loud? Smile. You've been naughty. Take a look at this, Brendan. Initial reaction.
It's all around embarrassment picture.
Do you know Jess?
I don't.
So what do you think of Jess?
She's been naughty. So
What does that
speaks for
imply?
itself.
What does that imply, though? She's broken her parents' rules.
She has.
She's stayed up too late.
Probably.
She ate cookies out of the cookie jar.
I wouldn't put it past her.
Oh, wow. All right. Mike, do you know Jess?
I do.
Does this reflect her personality very well?
It reflects something, all right.
Oh, yeah?
You can see in the background one of the onlookers is
Yeah, I saw him.
quite displeased, and they can recognize how embarrassing it is. But, you know, you don't really get to choose what gifts you get for Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
but you do get to choose what facial expressions you pose when you get those gifts.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say this is pretty embarrassing.
Mm-hmm. Pat, what do you think the whole idea of the Christmas spirit, does this represent it, or does this make a mockery of it?
I mean, maybe like the Grinch or something, but
Oh, the Grinch.
Oh.
That's the deepest Christmas insult available. I'm glad you pulled it out on such a special topic. Do you know Jess?
yeah, she went to my high school.
So, I don't know what the date of this picture is, but does that reflect her high school behavior? Did she start off early as a naughty
I mean,
one?
according to this,
Mm-hmm.
it seems to be the case.
Now, what is that? Is that something you might wear? I don't even know what that article is.
Almost looks like a bag of some kind. Maybe there's coal in it.
Oh, a coal bag.
I don't know.
Or maybe
Bag
it's
of
full of
naughty.
naughty things.
It might be a cape for a guinea pig.
Okay, that's true. Well, that
But why would it say smile, you've been naughty?
Okay, maybe it wasn't a cape for a guinea pig. That was
A
not
naughty
good.
guinea
I mean, if the
Naughty
words
guinea
are on it,
pig.
it would look like that.
It's rather small. That's the observation I'm making.
so we have
Maybe
a
it
verdict.
shrunk.
We have a verdict. You all have your opinion on how naughty and how embarrassing Jess has been in this photo.
Yeah.
Now I would like to present you with a picture of our UMass Yak Back director. Her name is Haley Wicker. This picture, you can't really blame her. She's young. She doesn't really know much better. But I think the focus on this picture is the dental work. She has what we used to know as braces. I don't know what they call them nowadays. I haven't had them for 5, 6 years? Brendan, scale of 1 to 10, rank this chick, please.
10. Absolute knockout. There's no questions about it.
You're a very generous man, Brendan.
Yeah.
You're very generous. I would not have ranked it a 10. I'll withhold my ranking, but Mike, what do you think?
Whoa, there's a lot going on in there.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, once again, you don't get to choose how your teeth are. It's just something that happens.
Choose, no pun intended.
Choose, pun intended.
Nice. Oh, wow. I totally read
Entirely.
that wrong.
Yeah,
Now, can you analyze that for food scraps, please?
got to get in there, but I bet you there's something in between the front two.
Is it meat, produce?
I would guess like a chicken or a chicken broth
a
lamb
based
chicken?
soup.
I've seen her eat chicken before. It is disgusting. She's post braces now.
She better.
Imagine what it was like with the braces.
It must have been terrible.
It
Yeah.
must
Ne-
have been embarrassing.
Now, Pat, based on tooth alignment, how far along in her braces do you think that is?
She better brace herself for Pat's review.
I never knew her. You said oh, I was thinking of Jess. I was going to say if you had known what her teeth were like before, but you don't. So what do you think her teeth look like now compared to then?
I can't analyze it because I don't want to look at the picture. The
That's
longer I look at it, the
That's
more like
true.
I honestly feel like kind of no offense, sorry Haley, but I just feel uncomfortable when I look at this.
Knowing Haley,
It's
how
just
you-
one of those pictures like if you were scrolling through Facebook, you'd be like up next, just like kind of cut through the next one.
I think that would be one of those ones where you look at someone's photo and you accidentally press the left arrow and you go to like their first one and you're like, oh, get out of here, and you have to hit double
Get
right,
back to the right
double right.
You ever watch the Animal Planet or Discovery Channel and you see a zebra eating grass?
Yeah,
And they do that weird pull the lips back and teeth chomp thing?
I've seen camels do it too.
I
Yeah.
feel as though she's being fed grass or
Yeah,
oats maybe.
It's like when
Perhaps
you're on a
oats.
safari and the animal reaches its head and trying to
Through the
get some of
window.
your funyuns, and you're just like, oh no.
You gotta like swat maybe sometimes.
Exactly. All right. They've had enough. So fellas, I want you guys to vote. Who has the more embarrassing picture? Do we have Jess or Haley as the most appalling subject of a photograph?
I mean, I think the one of Haley's awkward, but I think if you compare the two, I think that one's
Because Haley, you can't really
Yeah.
blame her. Jess,
yeah. Everybody's been here,
yeah, I was there.
Yeah,
I can't
a good
really
point.
hate.
but
But Jess,
if you've been there,
that's a show of
A
judgment.
few people have been there.
It's a conscious decision.
yeah.
That's a,
It's a
dis-
slim-
that's
slim
a
naughty
display
list.
of character right there. All right, so can I get who thinks Jess's is more embarrassment?
I would like
Embarrassing.
to say that.
Unanimous. Okay.
Unanimous.
Haley, you're safe. Round 2. Now we have two wonderful subjects. The first two, we have a tag team. We have two people, two panelists who are usually on the show. We have Miles Powell and Nick DeStatio. This is from their youth. This is at a semi-formal arrangement. I think this is freshman semi. I am from the same hometown as them. I knew them way back when. This is Miles. This is his interesting face that he used to do. It was his classic face. This, and then Nick with his Mr. Cool Guy thing that it really never panned out for him. We thought it might be shadows of what might come forward, but never did. Brendan, what's your impression of these two bros?
They look the same. They look exactly like the same person.
They're not unique. They don't stand out.
No, I don't think so.
I can see that they're just trying to fit that mold. That when you're a freshman in high school and you're just trying to be that guy.
Yep,
They're each trying to be that guy.
trying to be guys.
Spoiler alert! I know it's not the series finale segment anymore, but they don't turn into that guy. Mike, what do you think of these guys?
Well, very sharp dressed with the flower. Is that a lapel?
Corsage.
Corsage.
They're formal, but not semi-formal.
It's-
Wow.
European.
Trying to replace facial hair with your fingers is kind of weird, so I'd say that loses some points. But guy on right's got the nice hairstyle and a very intimidating face.
I don't like the look.
Yeah.
He looks like he's gonna like stab me and steal my wallet.
Mm-hmm. I get that.
So I
impression
would
from him,
avoid him on the street.
too. Mhm.
And I'd say overall it's just pretty embarrassing. They look like they take photographs with girls without touching them. They like hover their hand over.
Cup hand.
You know what I'm
Photoshop.
They
saying?
would they would slow
No.
dance with the girl.
They look like that.
Cup hand. Pat, what do you think?
Ugh.
What's your initial impression on
I
these
what
two
I'm
guys?
just realizing now, like, because it's dark in the picture, but Nick is doing the cross the arms,
Oh,
like
kind of bulk up the shoulders a little
yeah,
bit.
which I don't think has ever been a good look for anybody.
That's actually in the same period. There was another kid in our class who had a similar hairdo as Nick, and we referred to them as Hansel and Gretel. So I think that was his Gretel phase, which is something he's glad he's gotten beyond, and I'm sure he's not pleased to have this come back up. So take that in. I have another contender for you. This one is pretty funny. This is like a Molly playing Loch Ness Monster kind of thing. Is it real? Is it real? Is it a log? We have Molly, a young girl. She looks as though she's anywhere between the ages of 11 and 16 and a half. She seems to be seriously enjoying herself in I don't know if that's salt water or fresh water, but she's having a little bit of trouble with her bikini top. I don't know whether it's actual trouble or just kind of like, hey, look, I have a bikini first time. Don't it look so pretty? Look at it. But I think it's something that she'd look back and regret on. Brendan, what do you think of this picture? Real or fake?
I think this picture is the winner. Like
Already?
Yeah, I'll make that.
That's your
claim.
initial impression. It's that
It's the
embarrassing.
winner.
All right.
Absolutely.
Whoa, jeez. This looks like the type of girl who would be on the Disney Channel for most of her life and then
Mhm.
end up at the VMAs twerking on Robin Thicke.
Oh yeah, I've heard of
It
those.
looks like someone whose life goes downhill very quickly,
Mm-hmm.
and this might be in the middle of that spiral. This is pretty. I'd say it takes the cake out of the three we've already seen.
Really? Oh
Yeah.
wow, this is not looking good for the
No, that's
the double
gruesome.
team.
The funny thing is, knowing Molly for most of my life, like looking back now, this is a pretty good indicator of where things were gonna go.
I can see that. I can understand that.
I feel uncomfortable looking at this picture. It's kind of like
It is kind of weird, right?
I think the weirdest part is that there's no one else in this picture, and it's from really far away.
You want me to weird you out even more? Imagine if you didn't know her and that was a random girl. You'd say, "What is this sketchy, random little girl doing in this little lake, waist deep? I'm not interested in
This
looking
looks
at
like the beginning of a really inappropriate video.
And I guess so. All right, let's do another vote. Who's got Nick and Miles, and who's got Molly playing?
That's
Molly.
should be a unanimous.
All right,
Molly.
Nick
unanimous
and Miles. Anyone?
Not a soul.
All right, Molly playing. That is embarrassing. The votes are in. We've decided that the two most embarrassing photos are Jess O'Hanley's smile, I've been naughty, and we have Molly playing, look at me, I'm in a bikini. Now, fellas, I know we have two very enticing young ladies in these pictures. Now, which one of them is the least enticing for you? Which one of them is the most humiliating? Jess, Molly. Molly, Jess. Brendan, I want your vote. Jess or Molly?
Molly.
Molly, we have one for Molly. Mike, what do you think?
It's tough. Everyone goes through an awkward stage, but it seems like Molly's still stuck there, so I'm gonna have to give it to Molly.
Oh, ooh, all right. So Pat, I know your vote matters. Please tell us what you think.
I think
Jess-
you knew where I was going from the start. I also am gonna go with Molly's picture as the most embarrassing one.
Oh, Molly Plain, embarrassing girl of the century. So I think this will be a reoccurring event. But for right now, this picture of Molly Plain is the most embarrassing picture you'll see today. And that's what we try to offer you on Yak Back. Hyperbolic example of certain things throughout your day. This day it's embarrassment. Earlier on it was government. Then it was season finales. We just try to bring you the most brain-shattering, influential information, entertainment-wise. So look at this picture, go to bed at night, dream about it, wake up in the middle of the night, don't be able to fall back asleep. You're watching UMass Yak Back, and don't forget, it's going to be a cold winter.